is an ever-changing place, and we gotta do what we must to preserve it.
When I say ego, you say system. Ego. System. Ego. System. Ego. System.
What were the two most meaningful environmental events that have happened through ESS this year?
Good question, Crisante. You know, that's a good question. Thanks for asking that question. To answer that question, I really like the field trips that we went on, from the Huntley Meadows field trip, and then the field trip that we went on to the Chesapeake Bay, and we just had fun at Port Isabel. We had nice ladies helping us with this stuff. The gentleman Sam, he helped us with the thing. So.
Hey Christian.
Oh, hey Chris.
What were the two most meaningful environmental events that have happened to you?
Well, it was most likely the Huntley Meadows field trip, where I learned about biodiversity and the importance of biodiversity for an ecosystem. And the group projects, where we cooked and we had to learn how to work together with people. I think those were the two most important things I learned.
Two of the most meaningful experiences I had in this class would probably be Community Science Day would be one of them, because teaching the kids is it was very informative to me, because I learned what works and what doesn't, and I learned how to appeal to a crowd, kind of. Another experience that I liked was watching a Blacks video, because I didn't really understand the whole industry and money concept behind it, but now as I get older, the more I've watched it and the more I understand, especially this class has helped me understand the background of it too, with how greedy people are and the way our environment can be damaged if we don't take care of it. I'm gonna take shorter showers, cut my showers down to about 3 minutes. We'll try. And I'll try to run the dishwasher only twice a day instead of 3 times a day.
Two most meaningful things that I've experienced in this class was when we watched that video it was in Japan, and there was one kid in the classroom, and that was just really heartbreaking, because I see the schools here and they're filled with kids, and they're the new generation, and it's just sad. Another is when we went to Huntley Meadows, and it kind of brought me back when I used to go when I was a little girl, and it just kind of hit me wow, things are changing in the environment. We have to change ourselves in order to protect the newer generation. One thing that I'm gonna work on is probably carpooling, because most of my friends have cars and we always drive everywhere, so I think carpooling would really help the environment.
So my two most impactful events that I've done is the Trash IA and my environmental action project, which revolved around trash as well. So by doing both, I came to the realization that we as humans produce a lot of trash, and especially in my environmental action project, because for that we cleaned up the local basketball court where I play with my friends, and we collected a lot of plastic water bottles, and that made me realize, wow, this is because of me, because of all of us, and that made me realize that we as humans should choose other ways to dispose of our trash instead of just throwing it out in the nature. And also for my trash IA, I collected a lot of trash as well, and I noticed that I myself produce a lot of trash, especially plastic. So I think that we as humans should use things that we can refill, such as Camelbacks, Gatorade bottles, stuff like that, so that we don't produce as much trash and save the environment.
Very well said. Thank you.
So Chris, how do you feel about environmental systems?
What I really liked this year were the field trips, especially the Chesapeake Bay field trip and the Huntley Meadows. We just learned a lot of hands-on things. We were really part of the action. That's why I joined this class. It was very interesting. I took a lot of the experience to me and from me. There she is. Thanks, man.
So the two most meaningful things I have done in environmental that impacted me the most were probably the water and trash IA. From the water IA, what I experienced is collecting from 5 different sources. I learned a lot because each water I tested, it showed me how like different they were from each other just because of the area it's located in. All that trash that we throw in there, it changes the water. And for the trash IA, from what I've learned from collecting trash on 2 different types of days, people don't realize how much trash they throw out. And when they don't realize how much it builds up, right? Later on, we'll see how it impacts our environment because the amount of trash we all put in together is insane.
I love ESS! Yeah!